Hello, welcome to Family We've Got Your Back. I'm Michelle Christensen. I'm a family scientist.
I'm Trent Christensen. I'm a family member.
There you go. That one's a new one.
Whatever.
Okay, anyway, so we're talking about work again. Happy New Year, everybody, by the way.
It's the 9th.
Oh, just kidding, that was last week.
That was last week. I mean, Happy New Year anyway.
How are your goals going? I know.
Great.
Okay, so Trent and I don't want to discuss it really. What? Anyway. So Trent and I had a miscommunication this week about peace.
Yeah.
And how I was like, no, the peace isn't the goal in this situation. Motivation is the goal in this situation. And it took him a while to understand my point. And then I realized, like, once he got it, my angstiness left as soon as he understood what I was. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's listening finally, right? Like, he gets it. I'm not talking to a brick wall. He gets it, right? And so I was like, finally, we can now take the next step forward. And so, bear with me. And then I also was listening to the next installment of that, the All Creatures Great and Small by James Herriot audiobook. And it was... The whole point of those books is to help you have a different perspective, right? And this last audiobook, the way it ended, really fit into this week's
focus
about work, family work.
Mm-hmm.
So the main character, he's a country vet in England. Pre and post World War II. And so it's probably mid-50s at this point.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Some of it's later. It's like a 15-year period that he just jumps around his memories. And you're like, wait, when? Right? They tell you, but you're like, wait, what? It was just the 40s. Wait, what? Okay. And so he's married, has kids. It's after World War II. And when his kids aren't in school, starting at 4 years old, he takes them with him on his rounds around the county, seeing the animals. And then when he's home in the clinic, the kid is obviously there. And of course, he's a little boy and he's a scamp, and he knows he's not supposed to climb the wisteria vine, and does, and his dad sees it through the window, and the kid knows he can see him through the window, and he's like hanging upside down on the vine, waving at him in the window, and he's like, no, and trying to pay attention to what he's doing, this minor surgery on this dog, local, like digging a thorn out of the plat, anyway, and the kid knows he's not, because it'll break, right? The higher it goes, the thinner the vine is, and he falls, right? And he rushes out, saves his kid, and he's like, sorry to the owner of the dog, and he's like, it takes a lot of courage to be a parent. It's like, yeah, it does. And so then but this little kid, he saw the farmers walking around in their hobnail boots, and he looks down at his Wellingtons and he's like, I need real boots, right? And so after this incident, James Herriot, the vet, during dinner, he says to his little boy, I can't have a naughty little boy coming around the farms with me. And I'm going to have to get a good little boy to come with me. And the kid's like, well, whatever. And then he's like, would that good little boy get my boots? Right? It's like, well, yeah. Right? And eventually this boy that went around with his dad holding the flashlight and getting the syringe and handing him all the things that he needs to hand him, and learned. And it was a joy to learn because he was with his father, and his father wanted to be with his son, and so he was with him. Like, it was a joy to be together, even though, kids get underfoot and they're naughty and, whatever, right? And he became a brilliant vet. He's like, oh, the second is better than the first, was something like that was the comment when the son became a vet. And it's like, yeah, he's a brilliant vet. And so that's kind of the idea we're trying to engender here. We're not saying take your kid to the office every day. But the world has gotten away from this family work idea.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's your mess, you clean it up. It's your room, you clean your room. It's your job, you do it, type thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you're supposed to be on your own, independent, and I don't.
Well, there's a balance.
There is a balance.
There's a balance here because
there
are some things that you should be
take your kid to
responsible for.
work today, right. Sometimes, right? Like, I don't know. So I guess what we're saying is it's no longer an agrarian society where everybody has to pitch in the fields to survive, right? Mm-hmm. It's like kids aren't in the mine anymore, right? Like, there's not.
That's a good thing.
I'm not saying, well, but Minecraft is popular. Like, where kids aren't in the mine anymore, but Minecraft, whatever. So anyway, I guess my point is that we have lost something now that work is individual instead of a family needing to do something to survive, right? Mm-hmm. And so I guess.
Well, and you look at the farming families.
Yes.
And that's still very much a big thing.
Yeah.
It's like if you're in agriculture or whatever, then very likely the kid's going to be up at 5 a.m. doing stuff.
Chores, milking the cows and tending to the animals and whatever it is,
right.
Like that you're doing, weeding, hoeing, or on the tractor.
If you have a family garden, then typically people are. I think one of the main purposes of having a garden is so that your family can do the garden.
Yeah, it's
a family event.
Yeah, getting you in touch with nature together.
Yeah,
accomplishing something together, and so I guess we should, our definition of work.
Sure.
Is productive or operative activity, something on which exertion or labor is expended, a task or undertaking, right? Mm-hmm. And so we're saying apply that to family. Mm-hmm. So the goal of family work is to build a family and not just get the task done, right? And so we're talking today about working together. And so, the quote is, we're not building fences, we're building children.
Yeah.
Right? Even though you're building a fence while you're building, but the goal is to create human beings instead of whatever it is that you're doing together.
Well, you still remember from your youth being the tool girl for your dad.
So,
we
bought land, and my dad, we're poor. Everybody's poor,
Yeah.
You're young and poor, but you have a lot of kids, and you got to have a house. Like 5 kids in a 2-bedroom house. Not a thing that happens anymore, right? Like, we're packed in there, right? And so, but in order to afford the dream home the way my mom wanted it, my dad built it himself. He learned how to do concrete. He learned how to do electrical. He learned how to do plumbing. Like, he became a framer and a roofer and Bob Vila asked Bob Vila and he figured it out, right? Like, and it was before the internet, and so he checked out a book and learned, right? Like, he figured it out. And he learned all those skills. And he built our family a house. And on Saturdays, we would go and help. And I would have the tool belt, and I'd hand him the screws and the hammer and the screwdriver and the nails and the wire and whatever he needed. I would be the helper. We were helpers, and that's my favorite memory with my dad, is building our house. Now, of course, the goal was to build a house.
Right.
And that got done after 4 years. Oh, my poor dad. But he was also building children.
Right.
He was building a relationship because he could not spend time with us any other way.
Right.
He was building that house. And he was also over a young men's group. And there was a fatherless young man. And Todd. And he hung out with my dad and built that house with him. He was his helper, you know? When Todd came along, it was that he was building a young man. And,
right.
You know, the way he could. And I don't know what happened to Todd. We moved. I don't know what happened to him. But we took him with our family to Disneyland when I was 10 years old. Oh. We went to visit my aunt and uncle who lived in California. He was getting his doctorate in California. I think it was his doctorate. Master's, doctorate, anyway, grad degree in California. And we went to Disneyland, and Todd came with us. And
because it was a community thing, right? It was you were extending. It was extending your family.
He became a part of our family because of that work. I mean, not officially, obviously.
Right.
But my dad took his responsibility of nurturing people through work.
Through work.
Because he couldn't sit around and go hiking or camping or, whatever. He was building a house.
Yeah.
And so he taught this young man how to work. And I hope it helped him.
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure in the moment it was very helpful, I mean...
Oh, it was so helpful to my dad to have somebody that wasn't 8 years old. Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
but
that's kind of what we're talking about.
Well, and let me go...
Use your work to build each other and your relationships. And... like when you're having a 3-year-old help you do chores or fold laundry or mop the floor or whatever, it takes longer and the job is crap, right? The quality is terrible. But that's not what. It's not the point.
Yeah, that's not the point at all.
You're creating a person, helping them become a human being, not cleaning the house.
Well, and there's something that is built too in those situations. Yes. Growing up, we had lots of chores. I mean, we had 2 gardens and we had a big lawn. So every summer it took an hour for the front lawn and an hour for the back lawn every single week.
Dude, and push mower?
It wasn't that. We by the time at least I was of age.
I had to use one of those.
The
little house, not the new one that we built. There's no way. That lawn was like this. It was like straight up.
But yeah, so we had lots to do, and you had to get your jobs done before you got dinner oftentimes. And point is, you got used to it. You learned to tolerate it, and then as we grew up, we matured. And now as adults, we love working together.
Yeah.
It's not just something we we can do. We can tolerate this today. We look forward to that. And so, if there's a family reunion or whatever and there's a work project, it's a fun event. It's fun.
When we were building this house, the family reunion
came to us
because we couldn't go to them. And so Fridays we had off from building the house, and so we went to the lake. And then the next day, everybody that could
showed up, and they were
over 16.
Yeah.
That could be outside in the 100-degree weather.
Yeah.
Not kidding.
Not kidding at all. We're working.
Middle of July.
Happily.
Middle of July. 100-degree
this is
weather.
Teenagers too.
Teenagers. Like came. Like 30 of them.
Yeah.
Came and helped us build not just our house, but everybody in the group house.
And they weren't doing any of the fun building stuff too.
They were
picking up trash and
knocking the ties off of the cement so that you didn't have the metal pokies in the house. You know what I mean? Like, so if you know anything.
So the point is that the payoff is huge if you do that correctly.
Yeah, it was fabulous. I'm sure nobody else had fun, but it was a wonderful experience for us because like they were so happily willing to do that.
Yep.
And come and build our house. Like, I was so amazed that that's what they did, right?
Yeah.
And so, but that's like his brother's vacation one time.
Yeah,
his brother's
multiple times. Brothers camp out,
and they do a work project for their parents
during our
for their fun vacation.
Yeah,
like
we
these
still
are
played.
Professional men that need a vacation, and their fun was being together, and it didn't matter what they did, and so they worked hard, manual labor hard.
Yep.
For their parents, and I was, that creates for me more fulfilling memories than playing memories.
Yeah,
because you are
exerting
building.
Yourself.
You're not just
you're producing something.
You're producing. You're being a builder, not a consumer. Right?
Yep.
And so, I mean, consuming. Everybody has to consume.
Right.
In order to survive, you have to
consume.
But you have to give too, so that the world isn't used up. And I'm not just talking about resources. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like emotional and like relationship wise and just as a human being, all of us have a need to create. And I'm not talking about art or dancing or singing or not the just things that people consider artistry. I'm talking about like creating a contract so that businesses can work together well, or teaching, or like all sorts, like sciences, like coming up with some sort of new product or chemical or something that will better lives, right? Like that, any type of production, creation of something.
Yeah.
Whether it's an app or a xylophone, I don't know, whatever. I was trying to be creative, A to Z.
There you go.
It wasn't very creative. Writing,
it was very creative.
Whatever.
Shockingly creative.
Okay, whatever. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody, whether it's art or some sort of building, we all have that need inside us. And it's squashed by today's entitlement ideas. Is. And
it's like, I deserve this time off.
Yeah, like our daughter would run away every time we asked her to clean her room. It's like, it's child abuse. Oh.
Clean your room.
Clean your room is child abuse. Being in that room is abuse. Oh, anyway. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it's...
You learn to tolerate something, then you learn to appreciate something, then you learn to love that something.
That works too, but it's also more of we all have the need to maintain and produce, and that human need. And the best way we have discovered to do that is by working together as a family, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever your situation is. And we're not talking about just parents with kids. Like, my most productive day is when I'm not alone, right? So, because I enjoy the relationship of putting away laundry or, or whatever, the conversation. So, have that conversation when your mind is engaged, like when you're doing something where your mind is not as engaged.
Yeah.
That when you're doing the dishes with your 3-year-old, have a conversation, right? And not just teach them how to wash the forks properly, right?
Well, and if you are doing it with a younger person too, I mean, this is how.
And it's if you live alone,
but you're also building a relationship that is constructive and is wholesome.
Well, and that's why when teens are resentful and angsty and entitled, parents send them to a third world country to dig wells or build houses or whatever, right? So that they can
community service.
They can, and that changes them because they are creating something for someone else, and they become better people because of it. Yeah. And so we want relationships to become better because you are working together for a common goal.
Right.
You are doing something good together. And so the assignment this week is, I can't read backwards. Hang on. I put in my code wrong. Hang on. All right. Do a group project and have the focus be on building relationships, not just the job. Not just getting the job done.
And when we say a group project, it doesn't need to be a big group project.
No.
But just
you don't have to go build a shed
with your group.
Like,
right.
Fold the laundry together.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
do something together that is work.
It's winter, so weeding the gardens out, but shovel the sidewalk together. You know what I mean? Like, do something that is work. And you don't have to hate it. Like, work isn't something you hate. Like, it's not something you do. It's just something you do, right? That builds something, some effort. Do it together and focus on building relationships, building each other up. And have that be the main goal as you're doing the job.
Right.
Right. So, if you're building a shed, you want the shed to be done.
You do.
Instead of just leaning on the frame talking, right? You build the shed, but have the focus be building the relationship. All right. You have a good week and good luck on your work and your New Year's resolutions, right?
Right.
Hopefully you're still going. And guess what? I failed already. I didn't take out my trash.
Have a great week.
I'll do it this week. Tomorrow. I'm taking out my trash. Okay, bye.
Bye.